Now, I've always been more into savory food than sweets. Make me choose between chips or cake and I'd choose chips any day. But there's one type of sweet that I can't really resist, and that's cookies. Chocolate cookies, white chocolate macadamia cookies, and Woolies Dream Choc Chip cookies. But more recently, mochi cookies have come to my attention, and in today's video, we are going to try and make that. Before we start, I want to thank Miniso and their new Sesame Street line for sponsoring a portion of today's video. But more on that in just a little bit. Now, I wanted to somehow tie in today's video with Miniso and their Sesame Street launch, and this is probably a bit of a fast stretch, but I thought Big Bird is a pretty iconic character in Sesame Street. Maybe I can do a roast chicken video, but then that probably isn't the most appropriate. And then I thought, Cookie Monster, why not I try to make some cookies in this video, but not just any cookies. These cookies have caught my eye recently. They're mochi cookies, and they seem easy enough to do. I don't know. I mean, if I can do it, anyone can do it, right? So today we're making two types of mochi cookies, a chocolate chip one and also a matcha white chocolate. We are going to start with making the mochi first. So we need glutinous rice flour, corn starch, sugar, butter, and milk. We add this all into a bowl, and I need to check the measurements, but that's kind of the gist of what we need to do. To a bowl, add 20 grams of corn starch, 15 grams of sugar, 70 grams of glutinous rice flour, and then give it a quick mix. After that, add 140 mils of milk and give that a good mix until it looks like this. Now, most instructions typically say to steam this, but I've seen other people put this in the microwave, so put some Glad wrap on, poke some holes in it before putting it into the microwave for about a minute. See, it looked pretty liquidy, so I put it back into the microwave for another minute. It looked much better after that, and while this mochi mixture is still hot, add 15 grams of butter to it and give it a good mix until it's all melted, kind of like this. After that, set this mochi mixture aside and just let it rest. Okay, so I'm just letting the mochi rest over there. It looks pretty okay. And so now we move on to the cookie dough. We're making two different types today. Like I said, the matcha one and also the chocolate one. We are starting with the choc chip cookie dough, and this is what you're gonna need. I'll also put everything in my description. So first up, we're meant to mix together the butter, the sugar, and also the eggs. So to a bowl, add 100 grams of softened, unsalted butter, 80 grams of brown sugar, and then mix. See, it looked okay and the consistency looked right until I added an egg in. And when I stirred, it turned into this, which looked nothing like the YouTube video I was following. I don't know what happened, but I added the egg and the butter and then the sugar, and now it's turned to this really weird consistency. And then I read somewhere that you're not meant to add all the egg all in one go because it splits the butter and the egg. So I don't know what went wrong, so I tried it again and it turned out exactly the same. So I tried out another recipe, and this is actually take 3. This time round, I added 120 grams of softened butter, half a cup of brown sugar, a third of a cup of caster sugar to a bowl, and then mixed it with an electronic mixer until it was smooth. Then I cracked an egg into it and continued to mix. The consistency of this definitely looked better than my first and second batches. I have no idea why they turn out like that, but if you know, please enlighten me. That looks so much better. Then sift in 1.5 cups of flour, add 20 grams of cocoa powder and half a teaspoon of baking powder before mixing it all together.
Yeah, this looks about right.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, the cookie dough for the chocolate chip cookies, it looks okay for now, but we do need to go out and get some more ingredients because I screwed up my first 2 batches. I don't know why the egg and the butter just, when it mixed together, it looked like it just didn't look right. So we're gonna go get some more eggs, we're gonna go get some more butter. And while I'm out getting the additional egg and butter, I want to thank Miniso for sponsoring this part of the video. So recently I received a package from a brand called Miniso, which is a company that sells a wide variety of different products, from stationery to electronics to household items. And the reason why they're sending me this package is because they have a new line coming out and they want me to do an unboxing and discover some of the items that are on this line. So they've previously done something like this with Marvel, and this time around they're doing it with Sesame Street. So they're launching an online pre-order period from the 1st to the 15th of September, and they've given me a discount code to share, which offers 20% off. I'll also put this in my description so you can just copy it if you need it. Do note that this discount code is only available in their online store during the pre-order period and only for their Sesame Street line. So without further ado, let's cut into this box and see what's inside. Oh, this is actually really cute. This is Big Bird. Oh wow, there's quite a bit of stuff here. There's also a Cookie Monster. Wait, oh wow, what is this? This is a Sesame Street waterproof pouch. What would I put in here? My passport? Oh, I can put my phone in here if I'm like going swimming or something, I guess. And I can still use my phone through this bag. And this is a decoration piece. It's just a decoration piece to put on your desk. We also have a Cookie Monster backpack. How many compartments are there? There's just one. But there's a pouch in the front. All right, so in conclusion, we have a Cookie Monster backpack, waterproof pouch, a Cookie Monster ornament. We have, this is actually a puppet. I didn't even realize until my sister told me. And a Cookie Monster soft toy. All right, so like I mentioned before, the pre-order period is from the 1st to the 15th of September in their online store for the Sesame Street line. So if you use my discount code and you see anything that you like in the online store, you can get 20% off. But note that this is only for Sesame Street, only for the online store, and only during the pre-order period, which is the 1st to the 15th of September. So have a browse, see if there's anything you like, and yeah, go from there. All right, I am back from the shops. I've got all the extra ingredients that I need. My chocolate chip cookie dough has been in the fridge for about 20 minutes, but we're gonna start making the matcha one first. And here is what you need for the matcha cookie dough, all of which will also be in my description. So to a mixing bowl, add 170 grams of softened butter, a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of caster sugar, and then mix it together until it looks like this. Then add 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and mix them all together until they turn like this.
It actually looks better than
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Then add 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of matcha powder, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and sift it all in like so before mixing everything in together until our matcha cookie batter is done.
We are done with all our cookie dough. We've got our matcha cookie dough, we've got our chocolate cookie dough, and we're going to be adding chocolate chips and also white chocolate chips into each of them respectively. And also we've got our mochi just waiting to be pulled. It actually turned out really good. Looks really, really beautiful actually. Imagine if I accidentally dropped it in the sink.
So now we move on to putting the mochi inside the cookie. So take some cookie dough, flatten it out like so. Take some mochi, roll it into a ball and put it onto your flattened cookie dough, and then fold it together kind of like a dumpling. Kind of like this, yeah. And then add some chocolate chips on top. Do the exact same thing for the matcha cookie dough. Add the mochi in, close the dough up, flatten it, add some chocolate, then leave it on the tray. I didn't really do a good job at keeping the sizes consistent, so if you do try this out, definitely try to make the sizing more similar.
All right, we are done. I've got 12 cookies. Some have mochi, some don't. I'm gonna put it in the oven, and then hopefully I've left enough space between all of them, but I'm really excited to see how they turn out.
Then put them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees and bake for about 10 minutes.
All right, the timer just rang. We think it's pretty much done. It smells really, really good. So we're gonna get the cookies out. We're gonna cool it on this rack, and then we're gonna pull it apart and see if it works. Okay, I'm really excited. All right, here is the matcha cookie. This is the matcha with white chocolate. What did shock me was the amount of sugar and butter that went into these cookies. This is not bad. I was just hoping for the mochi to be more sticky so that when I pulled it apart, it would have been more like beautiful. But the mochi itself tastes quite good. I'm quite proud of myself. Let's try the chocolate chip one. This one was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Even looks like snot.
This just tastes like your regular chocolate chip cookie with a bit of mochi on the inside. Personally, I prefer the matcha one. There was less sugar in this one as well. So after eating the matcha one, this one tastes a lot less sweet, even though we did put a lot of sugar in this one as well. But overall, I would say that, you know, it's a relative success. I really like the matcha white chocolate cookies. And I think I'm going to end the video here. If you're still watching, thank you so much for watching till the end. I post new videos every week, so check them out if you have time. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! What do you think about the cookies?
I really like them.
Do you like the matcha one better or the
I don't care.
Really? I like the matcha ones better. Do you notice the mochi inside?
I think both flavors are really good.